Have you ever stopped to ponder the power of your mind and the habits it holds? The mind is an incredible tool capable of learning, adapting, and changing. It's a wellspring of potential, but sometimes it can feel like we're stuck in a rut, repeating the same patterns over and over again. That's where the concept of mind reprogramming comes in. Mind reprogramming is the process of altering our mindset and habits to improve our lives. It's about rewiring those mental pathways that have been carved out by years of repetition and replacing them with new, healthier ones. Think of it as a mental renovation, as you're giving your mind the tools it needs to build a better, more fulfilling life. This video will break down this process into clear and manageable steps, helping you understand and apply the principles of mind reprogramming. Ready to embark on this transformative journey? Let's dive in. The first step to any significant change is awareness. It's the starting point of our journey, the key that unlocks the door to transformation. It's about becoming conscious of our thoughts, our actions, and most importantly, our patterns. We all have them, these invisible threads that weave the fabric of our lives. But not all threads serve us. Some, the negative ones, can tie us down, limit our potential. These are the ones we need to identify, and for that, we need self-awareness. It's like a mirror, reflecting our inner world, revealing our thought patterns and habits, showing us where we are and where we want to be. So, how do we cultivate this self-awareness? It begins with observation, with mindfulness, paying attention to our thoughts, our reactions, not judging, just observing. It's about being present, being in the moment, listening to the whisperings of our mind. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that step is awareness. Once you've identified these patterns, it's time to challenge them. Now, this is where the real work begins. You see, our minds are naturally resistant to change. They prefer the comfort of the familiar, even if that familiarity is holding us back. So it's up to us to confront these patterns head-on. How do we do this? First, we need to question the validity of these patterns. Are they based on facts, or are they simply products of our fears and insecurities? Often we'll find that they're the latter. Next, we have to understand why these patterns aren't serving us well. They could be limiting our potential, hindering our relationships, or even damaging our self-esteem. And recognizing this is a major step towards change. Finally, we have to challenge these patterns every single day. It's not a one-time task, but a constant battle against our own self-doubts and fears. Remember, challenging these patterns is the key to unlocking a new mindset. Now that you've challenged your patterns, it's time to replace them. The act of replacement isn't just about eradicating the negative, it's about fostering the positive. Think of it as the art of substitution. So how do we do this? We start by identifying what we want to change, and then we clearly define what we want to replace it with. It could be a thought, a habit, or even a belief. The key here is specificity. For instance, instead of saying, "I want to stop procrastinating," say, "I will spend the first hour of my day working on my most important task." Now this is where the fun begins. To firmly plant these new seeds, we must cultivate them daily. This might involve visualization exercises, affirmations, or just plain old practice. And remember, patience is a virtue. Change won't happen overnight, but with consistent effort, you'll start to see your mental garden bloom. Remember, the mind is like a garden. If you want different fruits, you must plant different seeds. Let's take a moment to review what we've learned. We embarked on a journey to understand the concept of mind reprogramming and how it can revolutionize our lives. We started by emphasizing the importance of awareness. Being aware of our thoughts, our habits, our behaviors is the first step to change. It's the foundation upon which we build our new selves. We then move to the challenge phase, challenging our existing beliefs, our preconceived notions, and our comfort zones. This is where growth happens. This is where we start breaking down the walls of our mental prison. And finally, we discuss the power of replacement, replacing old, unproductive habits with new, empowering ones. This is the final step in reprogramming our minds. It's about creating a new narrative, a new reality for ourselves. So as we wrap up, remember, the journey may seem daunting, but the rewards are immense. Your mind is a powerful tool. Use it wisely and watch as your life transforms.